Hello and welcome to this new part of Super Danganronpa Another 2. We are still in Chapter 3 and we are slowly but surely cornering Canady.
Yeah, we're on a batshit crazy trial chapter. Rina's got some thoughts. Let's see if those thoughts correlate with the ending.
My thoughts are all currently about, oh boy, how are my vocal cords surviving this trial?
Canada's loud.
She sure is. Like I said last time, alien in human form.
I mean, you will have two loud people this trial, but that is besides the point.
Iroha is talking a lot, though she is...
Yeah, she sure is.
I have been getting used to her, so she isn't as bad anymore on my chords.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck in there.
Yeah.
Wait a second. About that fireplace. There was a suspicious black bag near the fireplace. I'm not sure what that could be, but I'm positive it wasn't there from the start. Plastic bags near the fireplace? What's the deal with that?
If we deduce it based on Shobai's theory, that bag would probably be the one that contains the body parts. The fireplace was always lit, at least until the culprit turned it off. If that bag was there before, it would have long since burned away. So the bag was put there after the fire was put off. In other words, the day of the crime.
There is other evidence that they threw the corpse through the chimney. The ghost house is a lot higher than you think. If a corpse fell through the from that height, oh my god, this grammar, no. Hi, I love you, but no, this is no. Dub, fix this, please. It's alright, I give up on that line, goodbye.
It's too high.
There must be some traces on the body.
Yep.
Traces on the body. If the culprit threw the corpse onto a place that high, the corpse would definitely have some traces of it. And that evidence is... I think that's a no-brainer, don't you think?
Bruised.
Yeah. You're talking about the bruises on the corpse, right, Shobai? You bet.
Bruises?
While Setsuka's body was cut into pieces, each piece had some traces of bruising. It even says so in the Monorail file, if you could read, Iroha. If the body fell straight through the roof, like Shobai said, it would be natural that there would be a few broken bones here or there.
Conversely, there would be no explanation for those bruises if it didn't fall through the chimney. The murder weapon was something sharp, so it's highly unlikely that those bruises would have occurred otherwise. Starting strong, aren't we? Oh god. I hope I can whip it out from nothing. Man.
Whisper into it.
Whisper into it. What nonsense are you on about? The chimney? You guys said it yourself. The ghost house is pretty tall. Considering the inclination of the building, it would be impossible to even climb up the damn thing. So how would someone manage that? I honestly have to agree. After all, the ghost house is the tallest building out of everything in Block A. There's no other place taller than the ghost house. Then how would you manage to throw something onto the top of it? Come to think of it, I also don't know yet.
There's a piece of evidence that kind of gives it away as to how they could have done this, but to your credit, the game doesn't exactly explain it. It doesn't exactly explain the route that the monorail takes to go between blocks. Think of it as like a sky train.
Yeah, that... Well then. That would be,
Yeah,
of course, be easier if
it's
it
not
was...
it's not well explained. There is one place you can reach higher than the ghost house.
What?
Someplace aforementioned in my theory. The monorail. The monorails go right past the ghost house roof.
Then I'm quite curious how the parts in the dolls got up there. Or they were just... Canada, you didn't put, like, multiple body parts as padding, did you? Oh, jeez.
Anyway.
Are you seriously suggesting that they threw the corpse while riding on the monorails?
Timing would have to be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not suggesting it. It's the only possible way.
I'm sorry, but this isn't a fantasy world. Would you like me to get you incarnated in another world?
Yeah, about that. I have someone otherworldly right next to me. Talking about Mikado. Mikado's to his right. Yeah, right. His right.
Yeah.
I'm not a fantasy creature. Treating me in such a way is cruel, insensitive act that ignores everything I've done so far. Not to be that guy here, but I think it's impossible too. The monorail is pretty slow, granted. But it's still a moving device. If they missed the shot, it all would go to waste. Would they risk that kind of shot on a moving platform? It takes someone really smart to pull that off, don't you think?
I mean,
you'd need to be able to predict the timing.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of trick to it too.
That's true. You're the corpse at the chimney when the monorail goes past it. Is it truly possible for a human being, and a high schooler of all people? Is there any proof that this was possible for Canady? Then Shobai's theory would be basically confirmed. Let's trace our memories back. Let's recall a memory related to Canady's physical abilities. This is the flash anagram.
Already putting my finger on one of the screenshot buttons.
Now.
Oh boy. Alright, clicking out of it.
I still think this bonus, this minigame is bullshit. And I think the ability you can get for it, like, is kind of ridiculous.
I mean...
The ability you can get for it basically lets you see through the backs of the cards. Which, fine, but screenshotting's so much easier.
It absolutely is easier.
And then you get to keep all your crow, so, like, you know?
Alrighty. Wrong screenshot.
You have an idea of what it is?
There it is. Let me zoom in on this. No, I do not want to edit it. Remai.
It's a phrase. It's two words.
It cannot be Yuki's thingies.
Not Yuki.
Hibiki.
Yeah, Hibiki's the first word.
Hibiki's Remai. Rima. Remad.
Remark.
Ah, remark.
Yes. Yeah, it's an interesting phrasing, but whatever.
Okay, let's see. He... Beep, 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 beep. B keys remark.
There we go.
Getting that one out of the way.
Yep. Not hard, it's just interesting phrasing.
Hmm.
Yay!
Yee.
Save already. Oh yeah, there is proof. It might have been possible to throw the corpse into the chimney for Canady.
What? Really?
Hibiki.
Mm.
Hibiki, listen to me.
What?
You told me on the first day on the third island at the casino, remember? That Canady's accuracy is impeccable. She always hits her target.
Ah, I remember, yeah. Playing darts
There was a
and
reason
all.
for the casino. There was a reason for the casino scene. Yep. At one time, she even scored a goal from the school rooftop on the sports grounds basketball rim. I don't feel like reading this flashback.
Yeah.
The only ones I care about rereading are Mikado's.
Ay, ay, ay.
Or Sora's. That's it.
Is that even possible? Oh, wait, if it is...
Yes, throwing a corpse into the chimney while on a monorail should be a piece of cake.
I knew Canady had such an ability. Is that really true, Hibiki? Well, it is true. Canady has always... Shut up, Hibiki!
You should have just kept quiet. What are you getting flustered for? Your reaction just gave credibility to what your sis said. Come to think of it, Canady looked a little flustered with that remark. At that time, I thought it was because she couldn't keep up with Hibiki's pace. Thinking back now, she might have already thought of this plan way back then.
Way back then? That was a few days ago. So she was already planning to murder someone even then?
Premeditated murder. That would mean that Canady thought of this trick as soon as she understood the structure of Satsuki Land. Aren't you the scary type? If that's true, then it's actually possible for Canady to commit the murder. Actually, the only one who has those abilities amongst us is Canady. So the murder would be impossible for anyone other than Canady.
Canady? Stupid, sis. Well, sure, I'll let that pass. It doesn't matter, really. If I had used that method to move the corpse inside the ghost house, the monorail was active during 18 to 19 o'clock, the only time possible for the culprit to throw the corpse. But have you all forgotten? The time was when the parade was going on. Oh, that's right, come to think of it. Canady watched the parade with us. So it wouldn't make sense for her to also be on a monorail throwing corpses at the time. We ourselves are the witnesses. Wait, that means we're stuck again? Did Shobai make another mistake?
Nope. Right. Miss Little Sis didn't deny the chimney theory. To be honest, the reaction she just showed wasn't something from a totally innocent person.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not the culprit. I just didn't feel the need to object to every single detail. I have an alibi after all.
It seems like we've hit yet another roadblock. If you're gonna act like... Fuck. If you're gonna act like that, two can play at that game. Everything would make sense if she was able to ride the monorail at that time, right?
I told you. I was watching the parade. The others were all the witnesses.
But was that really you?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Thank you, Shobai.
Oh my god.
There are twins in this game for a reason, Rina.
Man. What do you mean?
Stupid shits, you got fooled once last time. This is literally the same trick, dickheads.
Last time? You mean when Emma disguised herself as Kokoro?
Yep. That's right, Bubblehead. Don't you all get it by now? Recall who I suspected as an accomplice when mentioning Canady Otonokoji. It can't be. Hibiki disguised herself as Canady? What?
No, wait, it isn't entirely impossible. It actually makes sense. Hibiki and Canady are identical twins, a bit of disguise, and no one would be able to tell them apart. Hibiki doesn't have an alibi today, so if she was disguised as Canady, then the person without an alibi throughout today was actually Canady.
We should double check it just in case. Has anyone seen Hibiki even once after this morning? Nobody? I hope you're not just ignoring me this time. The case already had started this morning. Of course no one has seen them. They basically switched their alibis through disguise.
The first time we saw Canady after breakfast was during the parade. So the Canady we met there was probably Hibiki. The real Canady was riding the monorails, moving the corpse.
She's just like,
How am
I'm sorry, every
Yeah.
time the camera pops on her, I cannot keep a straight face. Can't.
You can
Because
just...
she's so unnerving.
Yeah. She really just be standing there like,
How am I gonna
It's
tear them
the
apart this
equivalent
time?
of nervous laughter, you know? That's what's bubbling out of me because I'm like, oh, you're such a weirdo. A minute, Canady Otonokoji, you're not just some ordinary high schooler. Smart, cunning, and careful. Even more so than me. That's praise!
Oh yeah.
That is praise I did not expect to come out of his mouth. I fucking forgot he says that. It's me why such a talented girl is in a band for some reason. But you let your guard down. Sure, you've put up a pretty high wall, but you've left some holes here and there. Oh, my turn is over. It's yours now. Any rebuttals? I haven't had such a battle like that in ages. It was honestly a bit fun. Oh, it hurts my pride that I had to get some help from the likes of you all along the way.
Well.
He really is just like that. So you're admitting that. I thought you would try and take all the credit. I told you I'm a calculative guy. I'll die a happy death if I make a mistake while I stubbornly press on with my theory. It's much more efficient to give up your pride and put your brains together in these cases.
Ooh.
Yeah, Shobai's interesting.
Progress. Let's see if he keeps it up next time as well.
To think that you'd be on the same wavelength as us. I think this is the first time you've spoken this much. But it doesn't change the fact that you were all hopeless as shit until I took over the stage.
True.
I like him. He's so funny. Like, he's right, but he's so funny about it. God damn it, Shobai, you're so funny.
There is a reason why I want him to be Sora's boyfriend #1.
A lot of the East agrees with you on that.
Nice. Sadly, Mikado is...
Pretty popular.
Sadly, Mikado only has one free time event, so he can't. For now.
I love him. Anyway.
You had to rub it in.
Ah, you're doing your laugh again, I see.
Yeah.
Canady? So, let me get this straight. The one watching the parade was actually cis, and I was actually on the monorails, yes? And while the monorails went past the ghost house, I threw the corpse into the chimney. Congratulations! You've gotten everything wrong.
Another rebuttal? Please, would you give me a break? You're definitely the culprit here.
She
Took
got
me
a
a minute to get his
fight.
voice back. Yeah, she's gonna honestly make everyone's heads hurt until they give up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's her strategy, actually, for this whole trial, is to just keep making their heads hurt until they give up.
I mean, we still got a majority vote someone.
Mm-hmm.
She's forgetting that bit. And being a major pain in the ass will lead to even the stupid people voting for you.
Yeah, it's true.
If you lack the brains to think, then don't talk at all.
That's a great line.
Yeah. People like you are the reason the term trash or journalism exists.
What did you just... Finally, someone who knows how to put up a real fight. Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
A lot of people like those two together, too, for some reason.
I mean, it's entertaining to watch them, so...
It's like, you put them under a magnifying glass and study them, really. If I'm honest.
It's kind of like watching two territorial animals, put them in the same room and just watch them go at each other.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Now I'm going to start with the throwing corpse part and go through everything from there. Setsuka's dismembered body consisted of the head, the torso, the hand, each hands, arms, legs, and the feet. So, 10 pieces altogether. Now, here's a simple question. How many times does the monorail go past the ghost house during its 1-hour run?
What?
You're not seriously suggesting that I threw all 10 pieces at once in one go, are you? The monorail is quite slow, but it's still as fast as a speeding bike. To summarize it, you can only throw one piece at a time each time you go past the ghost house.
Really?
Because of the weight. Because of the weight.
Ah.
Because think about it. You're trying to throw the equivalent of a whole corpse, and also you're trying to make sure it fits down the chimney. So you would have to throw it in pieces because chimney's only so wide. If you tried to throw Setsuka whole down there, she'd get stuck in the chimney.
Makes
the pieces
sense,
would get stuck in the chimney.
They could, yeah.
And so the positioning of the pieces was just staging for the body. Not so much that it had meaning. It was just to get her down the chimney.
You know, it would have been pretty funny if actually they just got stuck up there.
Well, here's the thing: we don't know where the midsection is. It likely is stuck in the chimney. Like that part could possibly be too wide to go down.
Yeah, possibly. It is the hip part, yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't find it anywhere, evidence-wise. It's just gone. So, that you can't exactly check a chimney too efficiently. Like, what are you gonna do? Stick your head up there and wave a flashlight? Maybe. You can only see up so far, though.
And of course, since it's in bags, you cannot hope for any blood to trickle down or anything.
Exactly.
So it's just stuck there.
Yep.
According to Shobai's theory, the culprit starts off at Block C to ride the one heading to Block A, right? They throw the first piece there, and after 15 minutes where it takes a round trip, they throw the next one. They throw each piece at each round trips at the 30, 45, 60-minute mark. Wait, who would have guessed it? Our precious hour has already passed with 4 round trips. And the monorail isn't active for the next hour. What are we to do with the remaining 6 pieces? How are we to explain this? Well...
She definitely makes a point. The idea of throwing a corpse into a chimney was remarkable, but the number of throws needed is far too much.
Shobai be thinking again.
Stonking. He's using brain.
We have a much bigger problem in hand, really. Throwing the corpse inside the chimney is actually impossible for a different reason. Sure, the legs, arms, hands and feet are small enough to fit inside the pathway. And the head, well, she did have a relatively small head, so let's let that pass. But what about the torso? Do you really
like I said, too thick.
Do you really think that their torso would be able to fit inside that small of a chimney?
Is it not possible?
Her torso was missing an abdomen, right? Then wouldn't it have fit without it?
You can break the joints to fit any other piece of the body, but you can't do so with the body. Not to mention that their chest area was particularly larger than anyone else's.
Yeah, her chest measurements are kind of thick.
Oh boy.
Like, okay, compared to the girls on the cast, mind you, Canady, Sora, Setsuka, big titty measurement. And then the only one that beats them all out, I think, is Shinji. And then Hajime is a close runner-up. Like, both of them have thick chest size. I have the chest measurements, possibly. That's the only reason I know that.
Boy, oh boy.
She's basically claiming her cup size is too big, idiot. She won't fit down there.
Interesting and morbidly thing to say about a corpse.
I know. She's so weird.
That part would surely get stuck halfway through.
So you're gonna play that card, eh?
Then you can just move the torso separately. You know, through the gates as normal. But how? The reason we're talking about this damn chimney theory is because passing through the gate is practically impossible, remember? If you want to prove this theory, you need to be able to move each and every body part through the chimney.
With whatever reasoning we throw at Canady, she vigorously defends back. If we can't penetrate through this defense, we won't be able to accuse her as the culprit.
Oh, I sure can. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I know, but DR logic, I guess. As Shobai admitted, he can't win against Canady alone. Let's think this through together.
Whee.
Oh man. A non-stop debate.
So, which do we get? Interesting
We haven't
stuff.
used the parade dolls yet.
Yeah, we most definitely haven't.
The torso doesn't fit in the chimney. In other words, you would need to move the torso in a different way. Of course, such a way doesn't exist.
You could have just taken the torso separately. While Canada is busy throwing corpses, Hibiki moves to the ghost house. What?
Impossible! I was watching the parade then. Even if that was his disguise at what? But then, by that logic, who was the person who watched the parade? Impossible! You can only throw 4 pieces total. There are 6 pieces excluding the torso, so there's too much a risk.
Then we're out of any options.
Excluding the Chimney theory, there are no other ways to move the torso. And even the Chimney theory is made impossible by the Monorail schedule. In conclusion, I am not the culprit.
You know where it goes?
I think at that last one.
Yeah,
There's
the
no other
dolls
way.
of the last one. Yeah. Is this really a contradiction? Were we really wrong? There must be a room for rebuttals. Let's look through the evidence again. The second one, yeah.
Hitbox, yes, thank you.
Hey! I'm glad the hitbox cooperated. I was worried.
Whee!
Yay! Save time. No, Canady, there is a way to move the torso without throwing it into the chimney. Moreover, by doing this, you could also move the torso from block C to A without getting caught.
Does such a way really exist?
Impossible. There's no such way.
Well, there is. It's by using the parade dolls.
Parade dolls?
This was just a spark of an idea, but the dolls move on their own, and they are empty on the inside. So if you put the torso inside the dolls of the storehouse to block C before the parade, the torso will automatically get sent to the with the parade without gathering any suspicions. She's just like, shit! I'm impressed, Whitey. That was what I was going to say. In addition to what she said, the torso would inevitably arrive at Block A's storehouse after the parade, which was exactly the place Canady Otsunokoji was supposed to investigate during your search. Oh! So she had a way of retrieving it back. Then the torso was hiding inside the storehouse. And in the 6-minute gap between 1936 when Sora left and 1942, she went inside the ghost house during this time to retrieve the torso. Yeah, in addition to that, Hibiki Otsunokoji was probably hiding in the storehouse as well. When the white hair gang started to search Block A, the girl headed straight to the storehouse and switched places with the real Canady Otsunokoji.
Makes sense.
After that, the littler shit confirms that Albino left the ghost house and signals this to her sis using the handbook. And the little shit, who was standing by with the torso in the storehouse, heads straight to the ghost house. Meanwhile, the littler shit returns to the white hair gang. We previously thought that 6 minutes would be too short a time to move the corpse between the storehouse and the ghost house. However, this was because we considered moving all the body pieces. If it was just the torso, it would have definitely been possible.
Amazing, Sora! And so what? As previously mentioned, the monorail only passes through the ghost house 4 times in a span of an hour. We have 5 more body pieces to take care of, even excluding the torso. How are we to move this?
Well... Yeah, about your crap about the monorails. You mean 7 times, not 4, you lying little shit.
What? How come? It takes 15 minutes for a round trip, and the monorail becomes inactive after 1 hour.
Passed by twice.
Ah, yeah.
There are 2 different kinds of monorail, one for each direction. Go past the ghost house, you need to take the track between Block A and C. Simply said, if you transfer between the 2 monorails to ride the track between Block A and C, there is no need for a full round trip. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right, jumping the gap. That's what he means.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Wait, how did the order in the direction of the monorails go again?
It's fine, everyone gets confused at this point, Yuki. I'll give you a pass for that one.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. I had it written down just in case. Here it is. At every hour, the monorail starts at block A and goes at block question mark and goes along the path of BAC. And 5 minutes later, another monorail takes its departure towards the other direction.
Hold on. So if we draw out the timetable...
Quit wasting time. Here, give me that. I'll draw it for you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Now you get what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 even.
Yeah. One piece is too thick anyway, so... The focal point here is starting at 18 o'clock. The culprit was standing by with the corpse at Block C station. When the train heading to Block A at 18:10, she rides this to Block A. Here, she will go past the ghost house for the first time, and she throws one of the pieces here. Down. She arrives at Block A at 18:15 and waits 5 minutes on the platform for the train heading the opposite direction. When the train eventually arrives, she rides it back to Block C. During that time, she passes through the ghost house again, 2 down. Block C, again, at 18:25, but this time, the train she'll transfer has already arrived. She transfers right away and heads to Block A, 3 down. If you repeat this process... Yep.
1, 2,
Oh, do I need to go any further? You all got it by now, right? He's right. Using this method, you can go past the ghost house a total of 7 times.
And the last train arrives at Block A at exactly 19 o'clock. Perhaps Canady even took this into account when choosing the crime scene.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I see. I made a mistake. So it seems like you would be able to throw the 7 corpse pieces through the chimney. But what difference does it make? Even with the torso carried by the parade dolls, that still leaves 2 remaining body pieces. Quite a mystery, yes? What happens to those pieces, yes? Just how did you move them, yes? Answer me!
Hey, Rina, do you remember a joke I made a while back?
Petting. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the hands then, eh?
Yeah. That was the exact joke I made too.
Holding the hands. Yeah. Needing a hand bra.
It would easily add like another cup size, if I'm honest. I'm testing it right. Yeah, that would add at least another cup size.
Hand bra.
So fucking morbid. Anyway.
Yes. Man. Setsuka would be rolling in her grave.
Yeah, she would.
Can't you fit the 2 pieces with the torso inside the parade dolls? Even if the storehouse is a bit far away, I'm sure 6 minutes is enough to manage 2 additional body pieces.
I doubt it. Her torso is quite large and heavy after all.
What about the small parts of the body, like hands and feet? They seem pretty possible.
The one smart thing she has ever said in a trial. I give her a head pat. She said something smart. God bless her.
God bless.
Hands? Yes, that's it. The 2 remaining pieces should definitely be hands.
What do you mean?
Think about it. Iroha saw Hibiki entering the ghost house between 70:55 and 70:57. That means she used Setsuka's handbook, which means that she had Setsuka's hand needed to turn the handbook on.
So the remaining 2 hands were carried by Miss Aldersis herself?
Hold on. That's right. Right before the parade, Hibiki was disguised as Canady. She would have to meet up with us right after, so she wouldn't have even had time to hide the hands. That means she had the hands with her when she was with us? That's exactly the problem, bro. If she had them then, we would have definitely noticed them. Would you?
Oh, you would not. No, you would not. Not if you think she's Canady. You would not notice them.
Finally, some sensible logic. You must absolutely right. Even if it wasn't my sis that was with you during the parade, no one knows the whereabouts about those hands during that time. Do you finally see the contradictions?
No, it might actually be a contradiction.
Sora?
I have a hunch on where the hand could have been, actually.
Sora, perhaps you are under the false impression that you're smart just because you were able to tag along with Shorei's fury.
Wow.
Okay, no. I have to give you a fun fact right now, okay? On Sora's official chart, it shows that she has a D in intelligence. That is why this joke is here.
I mean, she is doing pretty well for that.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, that's why this joke is here. Love my wife so much, it's fine.
The alien face again. Let me take a sip for that.
Yeah.
May the honey be my power.
You're just a disgusting parasite that's always leeching up someone else's ideas and theories. That sheer arrogance in your face that you figured out something on your own, it's disgusting.
Oh.
Would you please stay out of my sight before I throw up at the sight of your disgusting face?
Man.
She is such a piece of work.
Absolutely.
No, Canady. We'll see just who's being arrogant here. This should be Canady's final line of defense. Break through this and we might be able to end this trial once and for all.
Oh god.
No!
No!
You ready for another one? Yeah, there's two.
No!
There's two this trial, my friend. I am sorry, but have fun.
Yeah, I might.
2 for green, 3 for blue, 1 for yellow.
Meh. Meh.
You're doing pretty good.
Meh.
You're so mad at this minigame.
It is not the best for my arms.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, she's gonna get faster.
No, I mentioned her voice.
Yeah, I actually like her JP voice claim. I think it's a very good choice. I also think her voice lines are kind of neat. Like all of these are really mean. Get her.
Did I fuck this up?
Yeah, I know. Her voice lines are good.
This actually has something of a rhythm to it.
Yeah, it does. The minigame does, yeah.
Using hands to correct body shape.
Yes. I was looking at the solution to make sure you got it right, but yeah, that was right.
Wee.
We got 4 more trial points left, Rina.
4.
Yeah, 4. They're short. One of them's a scrum. It's fine. Her chest. She must have hidden Setsuka's hands inside her clothes, or should I say, on her chest.
Her chest?
Even if Hibiki looks identical to Canady, they're not completely the same, particularly their body shape is different. The Canady we saw at the parade was identical to Canady to the point where it's almost unbelievable that it was actually Hibiki. Then we can assume that she probably used some objects to correct her body shape.
And you're saying that the objects used were Setsuka's hands?
Yes, considering the plastic bags near the fireplace, they probably used those to carry the corpse pieces. If you wrap the hands with multiple plastic bags and hold it inside your clothes, you could not only carry the hands without suspicion while also correcting your body shape at the same time. You could even make a small hole in the bag so that the fingerprints would be exposed, so you can open a handbook just by putting it inside your clothes. Using this method, you could even freely use Setsuka's handbook to manipulate the ghost house gate records. I see, if she didn't use the hands to correct her size, there must have been evidence of some other object being used, which there wasn't. But how in the world did you come up with that idea? You don't have tits, Mikado.
Yeah, I must say, it's
So
probably...
of course she would know.
Having breasts probably makes this idea easier to think of.
Yeah, the guys would be hopeless here.
Yep.
Unless maybe I squint at Nikke. Anyway, moving on. He's the only one who could probably out-of-pocket that, if I'm honest. He's not smart enough, I'll be fair. What Canady said a while ago gave me an inspiration. She said that if you put it in your clothes, it would stick out and cause suspicion, right? If it was Hibiki using it to disguise into Canady, it would seem natural. In fact, she actually needed the hands to stick out for the disguise to work.
Sora, I must say I'm impressed. But do you have any evidence that my sister had used those bloody damn hands on her breasts? If we just simply wrap it in plastic bags, people would soon notice if we just moved a little.
Evidence that Hibiki used the hands on her breasts. I didn't notice them during the investigation, but that item was probably used here.
Ah, those clips thingies.
Yeah, the pins! You gotta pin them in place.
Yep.
I do have proof, Canady. There were pins found near the ghost house, presumably used to fix something into place. I wondered about its existence during the investigation. But now I know exactly why it was there. Those pins were used to hold the hands and the clothes tight by pinning them together. And she threw them away just like that? Girl, are you a genius or an idiot? Make up your mind. One of the things that makes me appreciate Nikke is his god-tier fucking sass.
Yeah. I mean, but wouldn't it... I mean, I guess Hibiki might have been the one to throw them away then?
Yeah. That was probably because the older sis needed to quickly undisguise herself before entering the ghost house.
Undisguise? I thought Hibiki disguised herself when she was leaving the pool. If the disguise itself was used to carry their hands, why would she suddenly undisguise herself in front of the ghost house?
Gestures to Iroha. Moron, you have Bubblehead to thank for that. Recall who she saw was entering the ghost house.
Yeah. Stop calling me Bubblehead.
Stop being an idiot, and maybe I will.
It was definitely Hibiki. I know they are similar, but their hairstyles and hairpins differ after all.
For Canady to make Iroha suspicious, she needed Iroha to witness Hibiki, not Canady. So she must have thrown away the pins there.
I don't know anything about that.
So, when we were watching the parade, we had Setsuka's severed hands right next to us. Ugh.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Canady, we have now solved all 3 contradictions that you have presented. The monorail's time schedule, the transportation of the body, and carrying the 2 hands. I believe there aren't any contradictions left. I don't want to continue this trial any longer.
Understandable.
Understandable, but we got a few things to do. Just please admit to it already.
Stupid sis. She ruined it all. Giving out a conclusive testimony, throwing away the pins. I could almost laugh at her stupidity. Alright. Yes, I am the culprit. So, it really was Canady.
Okay, but hold on. There's still evidence we haven't gone over yet.
I'm not sure I remember which ones.
Bottle. Antibiotic bottle.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
You've not gone over it or why they had the first aid kit in the first place. What was the point of that?
Good
Why we have some
question.
trial points left.
Okay,
So you finally admit to it.
I am looking forward to it because I have no idea.
Yeah, this trial's wild.
If it was just me, it would have been a perfect crime. But trying to use Sis as an accomplice ended up getting me caught.
Hey, don't be disappointed. Have some confidence. You were amazing.
It's funny how Shoei says that. Just like, man, look at that. That absolute terrible murder, which was way too overcomplicated for anyone's good. It was amazing.
This is literally just how Shobai is, and you get used to it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be completely honest.
It's fun.
He's hilarious. Aren't many people that have smarter brains than you, even in my world. I can guarantee you that, at least.
Do you honestly think that would make me feel better?
That aside, I have something to ask of Canady. From the looks of Hibiki in this trial, her memory loss was genuine, right?
If Sis didn't have that trait, I wouldn't have even tried to use her as an accomplice. Even without any memory, she's this stupid.
I love when Canady's actually being honest instead of like, oh well, timid wa. No, because like when Canady's honest and absolutely fucking awful, it's so funny to watch.
Yeah.
She's such an awful fucking person, but it's like watching a train wreck, you know? You can't look away.
The most important thing of a fictional character is that they're entertaining, and not that they're a good person.
Exactly. And she's incredibly entertaining.
Yep.
You would have to be an even bigger idiot than her to use my moron of a sister as an accomplice while she was herself.
Sorry. Anyway. But then...
Yes? Continue.
Never mind. You already admitted to your crimes, after all. He was about to bring up other evidence.
Don't
my boy's so
stop.
smart. My boy's so smart.
Share it with the class. Come on.
Mikado Sonoji babes. Please say something. Sora will back you up.
It hurts me to say this, but I think this is the first time that my crime has ever been exposed.
Ah, so there have been several times before that, I see.
She's a serial killer.
I mean, pulling that off as a first crime ain't possible.
Yeah. We'll get into it in a moment, though. It goes into it.
What's that supposed to mean? Whatever. What does all that matter now? Let's end this now with our votes.
Oh, you're pushing us to vote now? Astounding. This class trial was a series of intense battles between you that surpassed any trials before. As the teacher and the judge, I must say this was very interesting. Well, now that you've reached the answer, it's time to see if that answer is the truth. Nevermore would there be a trial like this, but it's time to reach out to the truth. Now then, vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you. Will that answer be the truth or not? Now. Canady is the culprit.
Sora, share with the class?
Baby girl, say it. Wait. Something's wrong. Wait! Everyone wait a minute, don't vote just yet.
Whoa, you startled me, Sora.
Not this again. What now?
What's the matter, Sora? I was about to push the button.
Well... what is the matter indeed? Canady herself admitted it. This case had been solved. There shouldn't be anything wrong. What is this feeling? I can't shake off this feeling that I shouldn't let this trial end like this. Because if some unknown force is behind me, what is this unsettling feeling? Shobai. What? I want to ask you, as the person who almost single-handedly solved this case, are you sure we're going to be fine ending the trial with Canady as the culprit? What?
That's, again, a nice face.
It's a great face. It's a great expression. You don't see it on him often.
Yeah, it suits
He
him
looks great when he's caught off guard.
It suits him well.
What? I have no reasons. I don't even know myself why I'm doing this. But I'm not just saying this, I'm serious more than ever right now.
Sora, are you alright? You seem a bit weird right now.
I don't think Canady is the culprit.
Man. Honestly, if that is the case...
Just wait. We will get there. Just wait. Just go with it.
If that is the case, then I would kind of celebrate it, because just think of having Canady continue with us to the next chapters and not being killed off yet. That would be amazing. It would be amazing. I want to see that. It would be a shame about Hibiki though, but it would make sense from a storytelling perspective, since we are kind of just starting with Canady, but Hibiki has already gone through a lot of development, so it makes sense to kill her off now and keep Canady for the entertainment factor. But I don't know how.
Yet. We're not there yet. Just wait. This is where shit gets a bit crazy. What in tarnation?
Sora, what are you on about? Even I'm confused right now.
Well, the thing is... I'm sorry. I don't know what I was on about.
Sora, perhaps the long trial has taken a toll on you. You look tired after all.
Right. I mean, the case is basically over right now.
Thinking?
Thinking? Thonkin? Thinking? Thonkin? Please, just once more. Let's discuss this just once more. We've missed something. I feel like we've missed something very important. There's literally nothing more to talk about. Although I can't give a good reason, please believe me. Beg of you.
Even if you say so.
Now, do what the girl says.
Sure, bye.
I thought it was over as well. But there's something left. We need to discuss that something.
I mean, for me, you're basically extending my life a bit, so I don't mind. But as the culprit, I don't know what there's left to do. So, see, is Canady not the culprit?
I don't know, but I know I shouldn't let the trial end this way.
Then I'm gonna trust Sosie. Honestly, I can't grasp the reality of the situation. I don't have any memory of today. Canady killing Suka? And I helped with that? I want to believe any of that. So, even if I'm terrified, I'm gonna trust Canady once more.
Probably not the best decision, but okay.
Canady is my sister after all.
Ah yes, blood runs thicker than water.
Eh. Wrong ass saying.
Yeah, it sure is.
What? Seriously, what is going on with this trial?
Many things.
Yes.
Sora, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I'm on Sora's side.
Yes, because you're my yes man, and I'm so tired.
Me too.
And you're yes man number 2, thanks. Anyway, continue, sorry.
Yeah. As of now, he has more going on than Yoriko.
Okay, that's the thing though. I do like Tuki more than Yoriko. I said it. I've openly said this. Like, I do shit on Yuki, don't get me wrong. I do pick on him. Out of those two, I like Yuki more.
He just has more
Still
of a
don't like
plotline.
either of them, but I like Yuki more.
I'm going to trust Sora. A little more discussion isn't going to hurt anyone after all.
I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. I honestly can't understand the logic behind all this. Arya? I don't know what I have done, nor do I know if it was the right thing to do. If it was some force other than my own conscience was controlling my actions.
Foreshadowing. Or something.
Oh boy, if only you knew. I might be troubling everyone with a random thought that has no basis. Still, I cannot go against this force. All that's left for me is to follow it.
Enjoy the scrum.
Wee. Ah, yeah, the hardest part is always the stupid button meshing.
It's fine, I'll tell you which button to press.
Man, I do not know the keyboards.
It's okay, I'll tell you which button to press.
Shmee.
I will stare at the screen while you press the button.
Yes.
That's what's great about having 2 sets of eyes.
Yes,
you know?
yes, definitely. But first, we gotta assign the right opponents.
Yep. I do like the setup of Scrum Debate, even though this minigame I just never cared for. I think the setup's neat. Oh, Terry is on our side this time. Cool.
Mikado, why are you on the opposing side? You should know.
He likes being difficult.
Dum 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 dum.
I'm the culprit. What more should be... Canady is not the culprit. We must have made a mistake somewhere. We've solved every trick. Can we just let this end? There may be some unsolved tricks left. I believe in Sora.
There's nothing left to discuss about. What's wrong with you guys?
We won't know for sure until we actually discuss the matter. It's not like we have any other theories. This is just a waste of time.
Sora isn't trying to suggest the new theory. She's trying to discuss more about the case. Are you suggesting the involvement of a third party? Then we'd be back to square one. Third party, my ass. Quit with your bullshit.
Nice counter-argument.
Why are you trying to give us another suspect that even I, the culprit, was unaware of?
There are no other suspects, however, we cannot end the trial like this. Just trust me.
Alright.
D. X. S. S. D. A. S. X.
Nah.
S. C. A. S. Almost there.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yay.
Phew. Should we end the part right here?
Oh.
I mean, we should.
How long have we been going?
1 hour, 10 minutes.
There are 2 more points to go over, and one of them's the closing argument. But I will say that the cutscenes following this are pretty long, so we do have enough for another video.
And we also might want more tea.
I want more tea. I am out of tea.
Yes. More tea.
More tea! Alright, we're gonna leave y'all here with the suspense
Yes.
of the insanity that comes up. I know. The nodders know.
Alrighty then. Then we shall continue whatever the hell will happen next time. Next time.
Yeah!
So until then, goodbye.
Bye!